I am 23.
You're 23 and your boyfriend is 63 years old. If he was not wealthy, would you still date him the way you're dating him now?
Yeah.
But what are the top 3 qualities you look for in a man?
Gotta be funny. He has to make me feel pretty. He's gotta keep me fed.
How did you meet your older boyfriend?
I met him on Tinder.
What is it about your current boyfriend's profile that stood out from tens of thousands of people?
He just looked so much fun in his pictures. But there's one that he's on a jet ski, going super fast with this huge 200-foot yacht in the back, and it's 4 stories tall. It's gorgeous, and he just looks so much fun, and he's so happy in all his pictures, and he's just
I'm gonna have to call you out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Introspect Club, a club where you can learn a lot about yourself through conversations with other people. My name is Jeff Damisse, and I'll be your host. Now, this week, we are continuing a conversation regarding the luxury lifestyles of sugar babies and sugar daddies conceptually. Not everyone who's in that lifestyle really declares themselves as sugar babies or sugar daddies, but it's a very specific term that a lot of people in the community likes to use. We previously discussed this type of lifestyle with one of my very favorite guests, Sophia Spallino. She was a phenomenal conversationalist when it came to this topic. And I brought someone along who kind of embodies a similar mindset as well as a similar lifestyle, but particularly under the lens of someone who likes to date much older men. And I want to explore that with someone who is a professional actress and model. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like you to give a nice and warm welcome to Willow. What's up? How you doing, love?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
Doing great. Doing good. Wait, where are you right now? I feel like you're at a chateau or some palace. What is this?
I am at the Westgate in Las Vegas.
Okay.
They invited us to come down and gave us this amazing 15,000 square foot suite villa. I don't know what it is, but it's wonderful.
Here I am thinking, sitting in my big house. I think it's big. You're over here at a 15,000 square foot suite. What is happening right now? That is amazing, but I appreciate the fact that you can enjoy something like that. That's great. Your first time in Las Vegas, how did you end up there? Who brought you there?
Well, I'm here with my boyfriend. He plays professional blackjack. So a lot of the hotels just invite us down. We've been to the Bahamas 2 or 3 times this year for blackjack. And we just got back from Punta Cana and we went somewhere else. Where else did we go?
This girl forgot the places she's been in.
Look, I've been traveling a lot.
Okay. So
it's fun.
So let me ask you a question. You mentioned your boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
So
he's great.
Give me an idea of what is it about your relationship with your boyfriend that is unique from other typical relationships?
Well, the age is a big one.
Okay. So what is the age? What is the age gap between you and your boyfriend's age?
It is 40 years.
40 years. And how old are you?
40 years older than me. I am 23.
You're 23 and your boyfriend is 63 years old.
Yes.
Okay. So walk me through why that is a major preference for you to date much older men.
I don't know. It's probably the daddy issues, honestly.
Daddy issues? What do you mean?
Oh, most girls have daddy issues. You know what daddy issues are.
Yeah, but that could vary from woman to woman, that could mean so many different things. Like, what does that mean to you?
I don't know. I guess I just don't have like a super strong relationship with my dad. I don't know. I've been told that a lot. I make the jokes now.
So what is the relationship with your dad like?
Pretty non-existent.
Okay. Why is that?
Why is that? Well, he wasn't the nicest growing up.
Okay.
But he's like learned and come a long way. And we were like building that bridge and getting over that. But then he got remarried. And I don't think his wife is a big fan of me.
Really? Why is that?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know.
Is it, do you think it has anything to do with like your choice of how you date in terms of dating much older men?
No, because she's closer to my age than she is my dad's.
Really? Hold up. Time out. So your dad is dating someone that is closer to your age than, I guess, your mom?
Yeah, no, God, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, my mom's actually older than my dad.
Your mom's older than your dad, and then so I'm assuming they got separated or divorced, right?
Yeah.
And your dad decided to go with someone a lot younger. Now, do you feel like that kind of contributed to your desire for older men?
There's definitely a possibility that it like subconsciously did, but I don't know. There's definitely that possibility. I didn't think about that like that before.
Well, this is the Introspect Club where you can learn a lot about yourself with conversation with other people. Okay, that's what happens here.
I was about to say I'm learning things.
Okay, well, so most people, I would assume they would. Do you consider yourself a sugar baby?
No, I don't. I just have a boyfriend that just treats me like a princess.
And how do you define?
It's wonderful.
How do you define sugar baby? If you were to put a definition to it.
A sugar baby is a girl that goes and does things for money, gifts, or trips. And I don't do things with or for him for money, gifts, or trips. I just love him. We just have fun together.
Okay. And let me ask you a question.
Just fun.
If he was not, I'm assuming he's a very wealthy man.
He's comfortable.
That's a very that's like the modern way of saying I'm wealthy, but I don't want to brag. All right. I respect it, but let's just call a spade what it is, right? But if he was not comfortable, aka wealthy, right? And this 63-year-old man, 63 or he's 60? This 63-year-old man, if he was not wealthy, would you still date him the way you're dating him now?
Well, the way I'm dating him now is he's flying me all over the world. So I don't think it's a possibility. But would I still be with him? Would I still be attracted to him? Yeah, he's a 6'4" Italian, like big muscly man that's like just like manly.
Understood. So if he was like somebody that was making the average income in the United States, your dates would be just maybe you'd go to Benihana's every once in a while, and you go to the movies, things like that, right? Would you still? What's up?
They'd go on like a picnic.
On a picnic, so on and so forth. Would you enjoy that?
Yeah, that would be fun. We could literally be like doing absolutely nothing and just be like laughing.
Okay.
Like we can just be like sitting in a room and I don't even know what we're laughing about, but it's just fun.
All right.
We just click so well. It's like we've known each other for so long. It's kind of crazy, but I love it.
Give me an idea of like what your dating history is like prior to him. Have you ever dated someone that was not wealthy?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Tell me about that experience.
The last guy I was with, he started out for the first like couple months, he was very good to me. We got engaged very quickly.
Wow.
And then he was like, I fell on hard times. And I was like, I'm your girl. I'm going to hold you down. So I was paying his bills for a hot minute.
Okay.
But yeah.
And what happened?
The guy before him was my high school sweetheart. And
okay.
He was just like more well off than like most people.
Okay.
I don't know. He was spoiled. That's what he was.
So his family was wealthy. I don't know if I
want to say he's more well off, but he was spoiled.
His family was wealthy, not necessarily him.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly it. His family is wealthy. I'm a baby. So my high school sweetheart was also a baby. So he wasn't like working or doing anything yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
So let's talk about
like 5 years older than me.
Let's talk about the boyfriend you had that fell on hard times. And you said you held him down, which I respect. How long was that relationship?
That was 2 years.
That was 2 years.
Almost 2 years. Mm-hmm.
And how long was the period of time that he fell on hard time?
Like 8 months.
8 months. And what was the cause of the breakup?
He had an affair. He said, you're way too hot. You're out of my league. Wow. I know that you're already having an affair and you're sleeping with someone else. And I was like, I am a mother and I'm with you 24/7. When am I going to have time to be doing this? Like, what? When I would go off and like film movies or like go on photo shoots, you would like go be I'm going to say family friendly.
He would what?
I said he would go BA, and I stopped myself and I said, I'm going to be family friendly. I can't think of any words. I can't think of any words that are appropriate.
So wait, so when you were out, working or doing any type of gigs, his insecurity would cause him to cheat?
Yeah. I did a movie which is going to be on Hulu in August. I have like a small role, but it was really fun. And I did it with Dylan O'Brien and Zoe Dutch. And Dylan O'Brien hit on me.
Okay.
And I turned him down because I'm a loyal fiance. I'm a loyal girlfriend. I turned down Dylan O'Brien, my childhood crush that I had like forever crush on for a man that was cheating on me. And I found out like a few days after the fact. And I was like, this is the biggest L I've ever taken in my life.
See, this is an interesting topic, which is that like, insecurities and perceptions and so on and so forth, right? So do you feel like a lot of men are intimidated by you?
Yeah, and for no reason. Like, I am a small little blonde girl. Like, I'm not intimidating in the slightest.
Well, I mean, your size is not what I'm referencing as potentially what's intimidating, right? Because like there are certain instances that people find me intimidating, and it's not necessarily my size, right? When in the context of like, courtship relationship, right? So you're a good looking woman, right? I imagine you think of yourself as such.
I try to.
Come on, this humble persona, I respect it, but let's give yourself a little bit more credit. You're a good looking woman. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Okay. You're a good looking woman. And my Google's talking to me. Look at this. You hear that?
She said, me, I am, you're right.
When I ask Google what my name is, you know what it says?
What?
Your Highness.
I like that.
It's true.
I like that.
Okay, so you're a good-looking woman. You declared yourself as such. You agree with that. So would you say that being a good-looking woman causes men to have insecurities when they're with you?
Oh God, yeah. Yeah, that's caused an end to like all my relationships, pretty much.
And how do you feel about that?
It's really annoying. Now I just flat out warn them. I'm like, look, if you can't handle dating a hot girl, don't date a hot girl. Because I'm not going to tone it down because you can't handle it.
Okay.
You're not going to dull my sparkle.
And listen, I respect it. I've been told by certain women, and it's different for guys, right? So like I have a healthy lifestyle. I do a lot of things that I'm very passionate about, and not all women are like, I don't want to say on board, but a lot of them are intimidated because they might have a lot of things they don't have their ish together. Right.
Yeah.
And I don't judge. So sometimes when they come and hang out with me, depending on, who they are, what they think they look like, or what, how they feel about themselves, my lifestyle might be intimidating to them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
So I think how confident you feel about yourself might make you less insecure about the type of lifestyle a millionaire man can produce for you, right? Because you might have a certain level of confidence in yourself to say, I think I'm worthy of this experience that this person's giving me, whereas somebody else who puts themselves in your shoes might not, which is the same reason why I think a guy with a pretty woman is going to say, I don't think I'm worthy of this, because that person might feel insecure about themselves.
No, yeah, absolutely. And not a lot of the insecurity, but a good portion also comes from, they know what I'm used to. And they're like, okay, now I have to like make sure I can go above and beyond what she's used to. And she's used to ridiculous luxury. And yeah.
But
so it's a comparison, and I have to like remind them, like, look, I'm with you because I want to be with you and I love you. Like, I have a good time with you, not because I need to be or because I want something from you. Like, I'm just hanging out. If I want to do that, I'll just, I don't know, not put this much time into it.
Do you feel as though that there is some truth that the amount of lavish experiences you have with what the community would call sugar daddies, right? By wealthy older men. I'm not saying that's who your boyfriend is, but through the lens of other people, they might see it that way. Do you feel as though the experience that you would have with quote unquote sugar daddies, men of wealthy stature, especially older men, is going to shape your expectations of men in general with how you approach people and humans?
Now, not with every single person. With men I date, I am very particular in my wants and desires, because why would I not go after what I want? I love the luxury lifestyle. I'm going to go after what I want. Am I going to judge someone for not having the luxury lifestyle? Absolutely not.
Okay.
And that's just not who I am. Everybody has their own thing that they do. Not everyone likes this. Like, some people just like their little house in like the country. I like a big palace in the sky. Everybody has their own thing, and I'm not going to judge anyone for anything.
Because I like a big palace in the sky. I love it.
Me too.
So you mentioned, you have certain qualities you look for in a man, right?
Hold on one second. The butler's here.
The butler.
Thank you. I'll be right out. Okay, thank you, love. I appreciate you.
This is the first podcast episode. Let it be known where in the middle of the conversation, the guest is like, "Oh, pardon me, the butler's here." What?
Stop! You're making me blush.
That is so on cue and on brand with what this conversation's about. Like, so much so. So much so.
Well, he's bringing me my breakfast from this morning and making me a nail appointment because these are my real nails.
Okay.
They were, and then I broke them all. Yeah, I don't actually have.
Who'd you get in a fight with in Vegas?
No, when we were in, I don't know, somewhere, I just got out of the shower and I was like running and I fell down there's stairs in the bathroom and they're marble. Why would you put marble stairs in a bathroom? First of all, and I fully slipped, boom, bam, tried to catch myself. There's like a glass railing where the stairs are. And I like knocked my nails off.
You know, let me tell you about the amount of privilege that exists in that sentence or those sentences. Okay. You said, why would you put marble stairs in a bathroom? The real question is, how many bathrooms have stairs?
Actually, none in this suite.
Not this suite. I'm talking about in life. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're killing me. You're like, well, not in this suite. Like what? Oh my God. Okay, let's go back to the conversation about your preferences. I hear a lot of clicking and is there something?
Oh, sorry. I was putting my water bottle down.
No, I think it's coming from the microphone. I'm not sure from your mic. I'm not sure what it is, but either way.
My mic?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Either way, your boyfriend, right, have certain qualities that you like, but what are the top 3 qualities you would say you look for in a man for him to be in your life? Top 3.
Gotta be funny.
Okay.
Gotta be funny.
Okay.
He has to make me feel pretty.
Okay.
And he's gotta keep me fed.
Keep you fed. So a funny guy, right? That makes you feel pretty and feeds you. Right? Yeah,
I'm a foodie.
Okay. So
it's a love language.
If there's a guy, I don't know if that's an actual love language, but we'll get into that. So if a guy gave you those 3 things, but was broke, and let's say was like 5'7", would you still be with that guy?
That was literally my ex until he cheated on me. Yeah.
So okay. You know what? And this is why I got to give you your flowers / respect, because you actually embodied and experienced the very thing that you say that you're into. And I think a lot of women fall into this trap where, they have all this luxury lifestyle and don't really have a lot of experience outside of it, or maybe they walked away from it and that became their standard. But when you ask them what they're into, they give like this cliche, it's the guy who's charming and who has a good heart, when in reality, like if that guy was broke or, wasn't like top tier and all these other accolades, they would not even be with them. So I applaud you for having like, a wide range of spectrum. But at the same time, you do have an experience that a lot of women don't have, right? So
yeah, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. I do have an incredible amount of privilege, and I do recognize that, and that's why I try and stay humble, because I do know that it is a lot of privilege. And I don't ever post any of like my like trips or like luxuries on Instagram, and I'm starting to, because my friends are like, you gotta post this stuff. I'll post it on like my close friends, but I don't post it for like everyone to see. Because I don't know. I just like, I don't know. It feels like bragging, and I feel like that creates negative energy, and I don't like doing it. But lately, people have just been like really happy for me, so it's making me feel better about it. But I also am just surrounding myself with positive people.
Well, I think if you have your boyfriend's permission to like post whatever experiences he's having with you, I think that's perfectly fine. I think if you were doing it and you were like, capitalizing on the experience to monetize it without his involvement, I think that's where it would be an issue. But my question to you is, now that you're like being a little bit more open about your lifestyle to the public, especially on your IG or any other types of platforms, what's the biggest criticism you've ever received for the lifestyle that you live as a woman who prefers to date much older men who are particularly extremely wealthy?
We made a TikTok account. We've had it for like a week. And in the last like 5 days, we've got like 22 million views and like 1.5 million likes or whatever, and 60,000 followers.
Or whatever. Just whatever.
It's exciting. I love it. I'm grateful for it. We had a call with Netflix on Thursday. They want to do a little show about us. So I'm excited for that as well. Knock on wood.
Okay.
But we definitely get a lot of comments. Because I'll post like cute little videos of us like dancing together, and like people are like, oh, I don't dance like that with my dad. And I'm like, oh yeah, I hope you don't. Like, obviously not my dad.
Oh God. Okay. Is that the most like critical thing anyone's ever said?
It's the most common right now. Like, oh, like he could be her dad. Pretty much. Like, yeah, people don't really say like much like worse. So obviously they're like, oh, you're a gold digger, but like I look like one. I get it. I understand the insults.
What about in person when you're like out and about with your 63-year-old boyfriend or no what?
I think I just kind of my aura radiates. Don't do that.
Do you ever get looks?
That's not a good idea. Yeah. But if I catch them, that's the last time they look because I'm like, and they're like, oh shit, sorry. And I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? Why? I totally don't mind like speaking up or something. A lady last night actually was a little rude and I was just like ignoring her for like 15 minutes. He took me to the Backstreet Boys concert and it was amazing.
The Backstreet Boys are still doing concerts? The
first one back. I had no idea. We were in the car.
So Backstreet's actually back?
Backstreet's back. Yes. Amazing. The first show.
Wait.
He got tickets in like 2 hours. We landed and I saw it on a car. He was like, oh, the Backstreet Boys. And I was like, no way. And he was like, all right, be ready at 7:30. And I was like, where are we going to dinner? He's like, we're not. We're going to go see the Backstreet Boys. And we were like, we're right in like the front. Oh my God. Amazing.
Wait, okay.
I love him.
So
amazing man.
So that's some of the critical exchanges you've had with people outside of your relationship. But what about your family? Like, what type of feedback has your family given you regarding your lifestyle of dating much older men with money?
My mom loves it.
Really? Why?
Well, because they are really nice to my mom, because you're not just going to leave my mom hanging.
Nice to your mom meaning what?
Like they'll like, if she has to like take off work to like watch my daughter or something, or she's just been like nice, they'll just like give me cash to like give her, because I spoil my mom. I like to take care of her and I like to give her cash.
So your mom, so I guess the amount of money that's flowing to you or through you to your mom is making your mom a lot more open to the idea of you dating a much older man with money.
Yeah.
Okay. So what about your dad? What's his perspective on your lifestyle of dating older men with money?
I mean, he knows about my boyfriend. My mom told him. And he called me and he was like, cool, I saw your videos with your boyfriend. You guys are so cute, blah, 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 blah.
Your dad saying this?
And I was like, I finally found someone that spoils me like you do. And he was like, oh, good. He's really happy for me.
But it sounds like you have a good relationship with your dad if you consider that he spoiled you.
Yeah, because he didn't give me affection in any other way.
Oh.
He would be gone the whole month. It would come back one weekend or 2 weekends, and he would come back with his big truck, the whole truck bed filled with presents, like overflowing. There'd be like 100 presents in the back for me and my sister, because he was gone the whole time. And so that's how he was like, I love you. So he would give us presents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Wait, where would he go for a whole month?
He had like a construction company. And so he had jobs that he would work.
Oh. And he would come back with like dozens and dozens of gifts filling the truck bed. And that's what your reference of love was when you were growing up.
From men. Yes.
From men. So would you say that contributed to why you are drawn to, or why you attract a lot of men who spoil you with gifts as their way of showing love?
Yeah, 100%. Gifts are my love language because of that.
Shocking.
When I was growing up during Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, gifts are my love language. They absolutely are. So like when I was growing up at Christmas, my dad's goal was to have so many presents that I couldn't see the Christmas tree, and he achieved it.
Wow.
So like gifts are my love language. Yeah.
So
they don't even have to be like expensive gifts. Like you can be like walking down the street and be like, oh my God, I saw this pebble and it made me think of you because it's, I don't know, smooth rock. I don't know. And I'll be like, oh my God.
You know, it's even though I believe you, I genuinely believe you, but it's hard to like digest that it doesn't have to be expensive as you're sitting in a 15,000 square foot chateau in Las Vegas in the middle of the sky. Like, that's hilarious to me, right? But listen, I appreciate the fact that you're open and honest about it. And, you know, I can only expect that, because I think if you were being dishonest about your experience to like try to humble yourself or anybody else would be highly inappropriate to this conversation. And I think you're doing it the right way. Mm-hmm. But let me ask you a question. How did you meet your older boyfriend?
This is crazy. I met him on Tinder.
Oh.
He is my only ever Tinder date. I've never gone on a Tinder date besides him. I had Tinder for, I think it was like 5 days or like 7 days. And I had over 10,000 likes. And so, yeah. And so it was just so oversaturated. I was like, I can't use this thing. What am I supposed to do here? And I saw him and I was like, oh, wait a minute. He's a little fine. And I messaged him and I was like, you're a catfish. And he was like, you're a catfish. And I was like, let's FaceTime. And we did. And yeah.
So let me ask you a question.
Now we're here.
So let me ask you a question. So you got on Tinder for like less than a week and got tens of thousands of matches, right? And you were overwhelmed by the amount of people trying to talk to you. What is it about your current boyfriend's profile that stood out from tens of thousands of people?
His age. I like him older.
So the fact that he was 63 or in his 60s and you're in your early 20s, that was the defining moment of you choosing that person.
No, it wasn't actually.
Okay.
He also, first of all, fine can be. 6'3", Italian, and he just looked so much fun in his pictures. Like, it's gonna sound ridiculous to you, but there's one that he's like on a jet ski, like going super fast with this huge, like 200-foot yacht in the back, and it's like 4 stories tall. It's like gorgeous, and he just looks so much fun, and he's like so happy in all his pictures, and he's just like cool, and just like he just looked so fun, and I was like, I kind of want to party with you.
I'm gonna have to call you out. Okay, I gotta call you out. Here's why. Your reference of why you swiped on this man out of the 10,000 matches you've had is because he seems so much fun. But you just subtly mentioned that he was on a jet ski in front of a huge yacht.
Okay, I'm also going to let you know.
Okay.
You're going to have to bleep me out. I'm going to sound like an asshole.
Okay.
I put in my Tinder bio, I said, don't offer to fly me out unless it's private. So they know I have a standard. If you don't reach that standard, I'm not going to talk to you.
You know, listen.
If I want something, I go after what I want. I'm not going to waste my time on something I don't want. That's just dumb.
But you earlier said that the money is not the most important thing. You named top 3 things and you didn't include the money. But then not only did you swipe right on a man specifically, you know, mentioning that he was jet skiing in front of a big yacht in his profile, but also you said in your profile, if you're going to fly me out, it better be private. Doesn't that imply that you are referencing your pursuit of a man with money as a priority, if that's what you're putting on your profile?
Well, I think the difference with that is that if a man was kind to me and he took care of me like emotionally and made sure that like I'm just like taken care of, and he's funny and we have a good time together and he's broke, I'll be with him.
Okay.
If a man is rich as hell and he's not nice to me, he doesn't make me laugh, and I don't enjoy my time with him, I am not going to spend any time at all with him.
Yeah. Although that makes sense, I get it. But how does a broke man even get to that point with you, given now the experiences you've had?
I don't know. That's not something I'm concerned with. I'm in a happy relationship. I
know. Listen, I'm speaking hypothetically, I'm speaking, I guess, for the many women who might like coincide with you with that mindset of saying, you know, as long as you got a kind heart and so on and so forth. And they're saying this in a lavish pool in a marble, you know, bathroom. But like,
well, you can meet people anywhere. Like if I was single and I was like out at the club with my girls, or like, I don't go to the club a lot. Honestly, I've been to the club like 7 times in like my whole life. Or I don't know, if you're going to like the country, I don't want to say that, the country club, you're going like golfing, you're like just like going to the mall, I don't know, just like coffee shop, anywhere, bakery, bookstore, people like just like talk. You can meet anyone doing anything. I have friends literally everywhere I go.
I agree with you. So what was the defining moment in your life when you determined that you were mainly into older men?
When I was dating this guy that was like really just like tatted up, like abs, like beautiful jawline, like all the girls were just like, oh my God. And it just didn't do it for me. I was like, cool, I'm like bored here. And then an older gentleman would walk in and I'd be like, hi, you do it for me though. Goodbye.
Wait.
The babies, I can't do babies. If you're under if you're like mid-30s and under, I refer to men as babies. Those are the babies to me. It's not something I'm interested in.
30s and under. And you're 23. Right. So,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So a couple things, right? You said you were with a guy that was chiseled. I guess he was of age. He was like in his 20s, I guess.
Yeah.
Chiseled, tattooed, good looking dude, women fawned for him. And you were not that attracted to that person and you were bored of it. Right. But then an older man walks in, you're attracted to that man. Right.
Yeah. And actually at like right after I was with the young chiseled guy, I was with a 37-year-old, beautiful jawline, chiseled, tatted. That did it for me.
Okay, so the age thing. So
same exact thing. It was just the age. I have no idea why.
No. So let's explore that for a second, right? So you mentioned that your father was gone for a long time during your parenting, like a month at a time, right? He'd be gone. Right?
Yeah.
And you never received the affection or the affirmations from your dad other than when he came back with a lot of gifts.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Did you want to have a closer relationship with your father?
Yeah, I used to be a total daddy's girl. Like we would like do like Taekwondo. My dad's a 4th degree black belt in Taekwondo. So we would do like Taekwondo and stuff together. And we would like flip around and just like do a bunch of active stuff, play baseball.
Right.
And then like pretty much once I started like actually like being a girl, he was like, okay.
He tossed you to the side kind of.
Yeah.
So how did that make you feel?
I mean, like not the best.
Did you?
Not the best.
Did you resent him for doing that?
My sister did, and she hated him, and she was like outwardly hateful to him. And I saw how that affected him. And I didn't want him to know that I also hated him. So he didn't know that. I never let it show to him. I was always very just like, hey, love me to him. But in my mind, I was like, so yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think there's any correlation to the fact that you yearned for your father's affection that you never got when you became a woman or when you were, developing as a young girl? Because you never got the affection from your father, is it possible that that's the reason why you seek affection and affirmation from much older men?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
That just makes sense, right? Like logically, that's what that would be.
Right. So do you feel as though, because you self-diagnose yourself as a woman with daddy issues at the beginning of the show, right? And I'm trying right, and I'm trying to piece together what your version of daddy issues is, and what it seems to me is you never got affection from your father, and he came back with gifts, right? So now, year after year, you were yearning for something that as an adult, you now seek out in your romantic relationships by, I guess, someone who embodies what a father would look like, much older than you, takes care of you, showers you with gifts.
Yeah.
Have you looked at that correlation before? Or is this the first time that's running through your mind?
No, it's the first time this is running through my mind. This is like a therapy session. I'm over here learning. First time that's run through my mind.
And it's okay to think about it in any capacity. That's what this conversation is about, right? Like, you're learning from yourself. You're learning about yourself through conversations with other people. And I'm learning about myself every time I speak to people and see things through their lens. So with that said, so imagine a world where your father was taking care of you and being attentive to you, was there daily, saw you, took you out, hung out with you, spoke to you, gave you advice on life, right? Even though you didn't live that. Can you imagine what that feeling would have been like and what impact that would have had on the type of men that you are dating now?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think I actually, no, I don't think I can. I've never had like a strong father figure in my life. I don't think I actually know what that is. I don't know what like a healthy father-daughter dynamic looks like on like genuinely no idea.
So it's interesting. It's interesting you say that. So you mentioned earlier that you have a child.
Yes.
So you don't have to give me names, but like, who did you have that child with? Was it with another older gentleman? Was it like a younger person, or what was that about?
He was older than me. Another Italian guy.
Mm-hmm. There's a trend here.
I find out afterwards. I'm like, oh, you're Italian too? You're Italian? What is happening here?
Wait, am I Italian? Anyway, go on.
I had asked that because I talk with my hands so much, and I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Am I?
But go on. So this was an older gentleman, right?
Yeah, her dad is not in her life at all.
Why is that?
I don't know.
I mean, you guys separated. You know who this person is, right? You have to know why you're not together with him, right?
I came home from work one day and all of his stuff was gone, and so was he. I don't know.
Really?
I had been, honestly, thank God, I had been trying to break up with him for like 2 weeks, and he just kept saying no. So it wasn't like a really traumatic. Okay, it's kind of traumatic because like you come home from work and like half your stuff is gone and your fiance is gone, and you're like, what? But I had been trying to break up with him for 2 weeks, so I was like, kind of like the trash took itself out. Thank God.
Why were you trying to break up with him for 2 weeks?
He's just an idiot. He was not nice to me.
Okay.
I was the only one working, like paying all the bills.
Okay.
Again.
Okay.
That's why I'm not dating guys like that. I want to be taken care of. I don't want to keep taking care of someone and taking care of someone and taking care of someone. I want another child at some point, but not a man child.
I got you.
That's not sexy at all. That's just like, not sexy. A man that can like be comfortable and just take care of himself is like
right.
So yeah, he's not in our life. He's just stupid.
So this is the relationship that the guy fell in hard times?
No, I had 2 of those.
Oh, okay.
I had 2 of those back to back. And that's why I was like, I'm not doing that anymore.
So when you were taking care of those men financially, right? Which I applaud you for even having the, not just the capability, but even the willingness to do so under those circumstances. And it might have worn you out at some point.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and I still like, am like, I have my like girlfriend duties as well.
yeah.
Because like, no secret, like it's really easy to be a good girlfriend. It's really easy to be a good girlfriend. And so like on top of like providing and everything and cooking, and I'm making them clean because I'm not cooking and paying all the bills and girlfriending.
I got you.
And all that.
How old were you? How old were you when you were in that relationship?
I was 16 to 20.
How old was he?
I don't remember. I don't remember. He was not that much older than me. Was it illegal at first? Probably. I think he was like five years older than me.
So you were 16 and he was about like 21.
No. Is he younger than that? I think he was only like 3 years older than me.
Okay, so you were 16. He was maybe 19, 20 years old. You got together with this person. When did the child come about?
When I was 19.
So you
I got pregnant at 19 and I had her when I was 20.
Okay, so you had your first child at the age of 20. And what age was the child when the man left?
6 months old.
So 6 months old, right? So how soon in the relationship were you taking care of both the child? Well, how soon in the relationship were you taking responsibility for the man financially? Was it like the last 8 months of the relationship? Is that what you mentioned earlier? Or is that another person? Or was that the duration?
That was my last relationship. The one with my high school sweetheart. He did originally take really, really good care of me. Treated me like a princess. Like a princess. Anything I wanted, I got. Like, it was awesome. And then I don't know what happened to him. He just started hanging out with like bad people.
I got you.
Like, really bad people.
And then you wanted to break it off for 2 weeks. I guess it wouldn't happen until he decided to up and leave and never look back. So you haven't spoken to him since you were 20 years old?
No.
Did you ever try to find him?
I don't want to.
Do you feel, what impact do you think that's going to have on your child right now? Is it boy or girl?
I have a daughter.
You have a daughter. So what impact does your baby's father's disappearance, what impact is that going to have on your daughter, do you think?
She has a really, really solid support system. I come from a really big family.
Yeah.
I'm Irish, so I have like 30 plus cousins on my mom's side.
Okay. Okay.
So I have a lot of aunts and uncles, and she has a nanny, and her nanny has a son, and they're really good friends. Okay. So I think she has a really good support system, and I'm really cautious with bringing men into her life.
Okay.
I won't do that unless I'm like, cool, we're going to get married, because I just don't want a lot of men in and out of her life. I had a friend that grew up like that and she hated it and it had an effect on her.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's better on my end to just keep her with the support system she has and not feel like I need to force a father figure in a space.
Yeah.
To do that. Because I'm really protective over my kid. Like, I'm not going to put anyone in her life that I'm not 100% certain is going to be good for her and it's going to stay.
No, I respect that. I think that's the way you should do it. I'm only asking because now that you're dating a much older man, right? 40-year difference. And has that man met your daughter?
No, not yet.
Okay.
But he is.
What do you mean he is?
He is meeting her soon.
He is going to meet her. How long you been with this man who's 40 years older than you?
Not super long.
How long?
Like 2 months.
Okay, so you guys been together for 2 months. Would you consider this a serious relationship?
This is a very serious relationship. Him and my mom talk all the time. We're looking at engagement rings. I think he bought one yesterday. He said he did, but I don't believe him.
Wait, hold up. Time out. Hold on. Hold up. You've been with this man who's 40 years older than you, who spoils you because he's wealthy. For 2 months, you've been with this man. And he's already looking at engagement rings.
Last time I got engaged in 15 days. I'm a good girlfriend. I'm a really good girlfriend.
Hold up. Time out. I need to understand this for a second. When you say last time, so the guy that you had the child with, you were engaged in 15 days?
The guy I had the child with was the guy I was raising my child with was my high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
And then he left.
Right. But you got engaged with that guy?
Yeah, I was engaged to him.
How soon into the relationship were you engaged with him?
Years. I got engaged when I was 19.
When you got 19. 19. Wait, did you get engaged? Did you get engaged because you were pregnant or right before? So you got engaged because you were pregnant.
Because I was pregnant. Yeah.
Okay, 19.
Not like a meaningful.
All right. What happened after that?
Then he left, blah, blah, blah. And then I meet my last ex that I also was taking care of. And he proposes in 15 days. Beautiful 4-carat diamond ring. Like, I had picked this ring out. I was like, how did he get the exact ring I wanted?
Okay.
And I think I was young. I was 20. I wasn't even 21. I was 20. And I think I was just blown away at oh my God.
And what'd you say?
That's beautiful. Wow. I wasn't thinking at all. I was just in love quickly.
So you accepted a proposal that happened 15 days after you met someone?
15 days after we started dating.
After you started dating. How long did that relationship last?
That was my 2-year relationship that he had an affair in.
A 2-year relationship with a man that had an affair with you proposed to you 15 days after you started dating with him. Dating, right? So now, I guess, I would still consider you young. You say when you were younger, you're 23, right? Yeah. You're now in a relationship with a man that you've been dating for 2 months, and you guys are looking at engagement rings.
Yeah.
Do you see a pattern here?
I just have that effect, I guess.
No. It's not a matter of effect. It's also what you accept, right? Would you accept it if he proposed to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So do you think that is a reasonable way to approach a relationship with someone?
Yeah. I think if you fall in love, you should just do it. I'm going to sound so cheesy, but you should just do what your heart says. Okay. I mean, last time your heart said to accept an engagement from someone, right? But then it wasn't until 2 years into the relationship, or maybe a year into the relationship, that you realized this person wasn't the right person for you. It wasn't that this person wasn't the right person. for me is that this person had grown into a person that was very insecure. They were not the person I was originally like.
I mean, you can word it whichever way you want. The bottom line is the man that you accepted a marriage proposal with, you didn't take enough time to get to know how you guys are going to grow together, which direction you guys are going in. You found that out after you've already accepted a proposal because he proposed to you 15 days after you guys started dating. So it didn't leave you enough time. So you were basically at the mercy of whatever happens, right? Is there a reason you guys didn't get married after that proposal, like a year into it?
Yes.
What's the reason?
I found out he was still freaking married.
Well, wait. Hold up. I don't mean to laugh, but you got to see how random this is.
Laugh.
I got you, but laugh. I'm trying to be respectful to you because I'm not laughing because I'm not making fun of you or whatever. It's the situational aspect because you and I had a brief, just so everybody knows, I have brief discussions with my guests to get like little insights on them. I don't know every single part of their story. So some of the stuff that you say, as it comes out, I'm discovering naturally. And my natural reaction is like, what in the hell? Right? So and the reason why I'm laughing is not because of you. It's not because of the situation.
It's an absurd situation.
I get that. So the reason why I'm having the reaction that I'm having is that is an important detail that I'm wondering why wasn't in the forefront of this conversation when we were talking about the guy that proposed to you 15 days after starting dating you. And we spoke for like 15 minutes about this topic, but only now you're mentioning you found out that he was married. How soon into the relationship did you find out he was married?
He wasn't married, like in a relationship married. They were separated.
Okay.
But legally, he was still married. So they had been separated for like 3 years.
Okay.
And they were legally still married.
So, and that's the reason. That's the reason you didn't get married. So, what was keeping him from being actually legally separated?
I don't know. I have no idea. He was like legally separated, but not legally divorced.
No, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I have no idea. Well, her family they were billionaires, and so he got like an allowance. So I think I found that out after the fact too. So any man's gonna accept an allowance.
But you were taking care of him. So what happened to the allowance?
Well, he was taking care of me and taking great care of me for like a really long time. And then he was like, oh, I fell on hard times. He didn't actually, he lied to me, but I was still taking care of him for those 8 months. Yeah. We were together for 2 years and he had an affair for 6 months and I was taking care of him for 8 months. And after I started taking care of him, he went and started having an affair.
You know, I have a theory. I feel like men who are, this is probably gonna be blasphemous to a lot of people. Men who are being taken care of by women and are insecure about it are going to find security in other people.
Yeah, 100,000%.
Yeah.
And also it's because like once you take the supporter role away from like a lot of men, they kind of feel demasculated because like they're supposed to be the one that's like providing and like taking care of their family.
Right.
And so I feel like they just kind of like look for that in other people because to that woman, that's not his role anymore.
Yeah.
To another woman, yeah, she'll still see him that way. But this woman, no.
Yeah.
Maybe never again unless he like gets on his game.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think you're raising a great point because, and you experienced it firsthand, like that dynamic, although it seems trivial and it seems like very primitive, but that exists in us in so many different ways where like our egos and our, value is tied to some of the things that we think is like washed over by the idea of equality. That sometimes when, we don't realize that level of insecurity that exists in both men and women. Because I know there are also women who they don't feel woman enough in a relationship, and they go and cheat, or they go and seek validation outside the relationship in a very unhealthy way in order to find that that value that they seek in themselves. And I think that's also real.
Yeah, I didn't ever think about it from like a girl's angle.
Yeah,
but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm not a cheater, so I never thought about it from like a girl's angle. My friends don't either, so I'm trying to run that. So that makes sense.
So if you picture a scenario, where like, and I have to be wary of like your scenario long term. You might not be this type of person, but when you're with a wealthy person, I'm imagining that there's going to be instances in the long term. Let's say if you were to get married and you're living in chateaus, everything's taken care of, everything's being handled. You don't have to lift the finger. You got chefs that are cooking. You got, people that have taken care of your child. At what point do you become bored? Right? At what point do you not feel like you're adding any value in that relationship? You're just there to consume.
I know what my job is in this relationship.
Yeah.
My job is to look good for him.
Okay.
Keep his belly and keep his balls empty.
Wait. Say that one more time. I think the thing cut off. What's your job in this relationship with this man who's 40 years older than you? My job is to look good for him, keep his belly full, and keep his balls empty. Damn. And I do my job. He's not going to get bored with me. I'm not going to get bored either. And do you like that job?
I love my job.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so
he gets whatever he wants because I get whatever I want.
I got
whatever he wants. I'm like, okay.
Listen.
I'm a good girlfriend.
Listen. I'm not mad at it. Again, if that is the exchange and that's what the value he gets and that's what he likes, I'm not even mad at it, right? But
yeah, we're both having fun.
I'm guessing you've been with multiple older men. It's not the only person you've been with, since that's that's the type of man you're attracted to.
Well, I'm a relationship girl, so I've been like in a relationship for pretty much since I was like 16. I've been in serious relationships, but I have slept with someone. I was like freshly 18 and I slept with someone that was like in like their late 60s. So that's my other experience with an older guy, like an older guy, but that's it.
So what are the pros to being with an older man and what's the cons? Give me like one or two of each.
Pros, they are gentlemen. They are gentlemen. They know how to treat a woman.
Got it.
They are more respectful. They can actually hold intelligent conversations. Cons, bad with technology.
He got a flip phone.
Not a flip phone, but I got to teach him how to change the languages on the keyboard. It's okay. It's okay. I love it.
Is that the main con? He's bad with technology?
Can't really think of anything else. Okay. He's not even like that bad with technology. It's funny. I love it.
All right. So what are the pros of being with a wealthy man? Which there's so many obvious pros.
They try to be controlling with money. Not all of them, but they obviously can.
That's the con.
And, hey, my love. Yeah. They can. I don't know. Another con? Unrealistic time expectations.
Wait, one of the cons of being with a wealthy man is what?
Unrealistic time expectations, because a lot of these guys, they're at a caliber where they just get to do what they want and like whenever they want.
Yeah.
And like normal people have like jobs and stuff and like families, and so they can't just like do what they want when they want.
Yeah.
And that can be frustrating on both ends, because like you'll miss each other, want to see each other, and it's just like hard. What else? there's not a ton of cons,
So,
honestly.
so let me ask you this, right? You are going to be, potentially proposed to in the next day or so. You're in Vegas. You guys are looking at engagement rings.
Wait a minute. I didn't connect those dots.
Whether you connected those dots or not, the point is that is the conversation. If you guys are looking at engagement rings, that's what you said.
Yeah, absolutely. We've talked about it.
I got you.
Talked to my mom about it.
Right. So then you have been dating this much older gentleman who's 40 years older than you for 2 months, and you guys are talking about engagement rings. What do you think it's going to look like when you're married to this man? Are you expecting to have children?
Yeah, at some point.
Okay. And
I want to wait a little longer.
do you, not to be grim here, do you ever think about the life expectancy of a man who you're marrying that is 60 in his mid 60s?
Yeah, his family all lives into their 90s, so I'm not super worried about that. He's healthy.
Living into your 90s doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be living healthy all the way up until your 90s.
They are like living healthily into their 90s.
It's okay. So when he's 90, you're going to potentially be 50.
Mm-hmm.
Right? When he's 80, you're going to be 40. An 80-year-old man is not jet skiing in front of yachts.
That's fine.
I got you. So just be mindful that some of what you're experiencing and the lifestyle that you have right now with him may look a lot different in 5-10 years from now. Okay.
Well, I'm also going to want different things. I'm going to be 40. I'm not going to be 23.
No. I'm saying 5 to 10 years from now, you're not going to be 40. You're going to be just reaching 30. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just putting that into context because that's a major part into it. Right.
Yeah.
So what is it like? What is it like also being a single mom dating?
I don't date much. So I don't know. I don't date much. I don't. I dated after I left my fiance. I found I dated one guy. I went on one date and we dated for, he was also in his 40s. We dated for 2 months and then we stopped talking and then I met him and now we fell in love and are doing our little thing. So I don't know. I don't really date. So
is that because you had a child at 19, you think?
No, it's not. I've never been a big dater. No.
So what was it like for you before you had the kid or before you got into those relationships, like middle school, high school, college? What was your experience like?
Well, I didn't go to high school. I went straight from middle school to college.
What?
And
really?
Yeah.
How? Why?
I test really, really well.
Good for you.
Yeah, I test really, really well. I was supposed to skip a few grades in elementary school and my mom didn't want me to. And then in middle school, they had me take the SAT for some reason in 7th grade. And I did okay. Good enough that they wanted to put me in the early college program. And I was like, I hate school. Absolutely. I can just skip all of that. And it was free as well. And I was like, free college? Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to do that. I'm not stupid.
Which college was
I'm the only person in the history of a school to have graduated in 3 years instead of 4.
In college?
Yeah.
How old were you when you went to college?
I was 13 through 16. And I graduated when I was 16. everybody in my class thought I dropped out.
Wait, time out. Hold on. I need to understand this. You went to college at the age of 13.
Yeah.
And you graduated college at the age of 16.
Yeah.
And you were on campus. This wasn't online, right?
No, on campus.
It was on campus. What was your major?
I got an associate's in applied. Well, I was going for my associate's in applied science, but then I just got my associate's in business, and now I do classes at Harvard Business School.
Oh, so you got your associates. Your associates that's a 2-year program. Associates.
Yeah.
So when you say you were the only one in history to finish in 3 years, why did you say that?
Yeah, because it's a early college program, so I have to do all of high school, and then I graduate with my 2-year degree as well, and it's a 4-year program.
Oh, I got you. It's a 4-year high school / associate program in college, and you went on campus. So how old were the other students in college when you went there at 13?
They were college kids.
Like in their 20s?
Yeah.
So you were used to being around a lot of older people?
Yeah. I've looked like this since I was like 13. So I've always been, since I was like 12. Well, so I've been treated older my whole life, and all my friends are a lot older than me.
Well, looking like something is one thing, but mindset is a different, right? So you're still...
I had to have an adult mindset growing up too.
Well, that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to understand it, right? So you're a 13-year-old who's just reaching puberty, entering an arena of, college where people are in their late teens and early 20s, right? And you're sitting in a classroom and you're in that environment. Did that feel comfortable for you, or was there anything about that felt like a bit of a drawback?
No, I was totally comfortable with it.
Interesting. You're a bright young woman. I like it. I
try to not let other people influence my feelings.
Okay. And question before we get to the questions. What is the most lavish gift a man has ever provided you?
I think he just bought me a car, so I don't know.
Who just bought you a car?
Huh?
Who just bought you a car?
My boyfriend. I think he did.
You think he did? What does that mean?
I think he did. Well, it's supposed to be here on the 15th.
So he did.
Yeah, but I think he also got another one, and he wants me to look at him. Got an E-Pace Jaguar and a super cute AMG Mercedes. And I like the Mercedes, but they both have red interiors. So, I don't know.
I'm dead.
I know, I'm excited though. He's amazing.
I am dead. Listen, I appreciate everything you share with me on this conversation, because it really, I think you have a very unique perspective from, a really privileged person, not in the sense of privilege only on mindset, but I think you're privileged just in your experiences.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you also come from a very, I would consider partially humbled background, and you carry yourself that way, even though you're experiencing all these supernatural experiences as a woman who's dating much older men who are very wealthy. So I think it's a good perspective that people can learn from. But let me ask you a question. What are questions you have for future guests of the show that you want answered?
Definitely, how do you deal with outside influence regarding your relationship?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, that's a good one.
What's another question?
How do you go about dealing with your family and dating older men? How do you go about being hey, this is my boyfriend?
Okay.
Comfortably.
Okay, that's a good question. I'm sure there are
such a big age gap, especially if they're older than your parents. Because he's older than my parents. Yeah.
Have you ever met an older man that you've dated's kids?
He's the first one that has kids.
What do you mean?
Well, Well, he's the first one that has grown kids. My ex that I was engaged to that had the affair, he had a son and he was awesome. And I loved playing with him. He was great. Loved him. Amazing kid. Fantastic child. Very smart.
So this guy that you're currently in a relationship with, he has kids that are how old?
Older than I am.
And have you met them?
No.
What do you think it's going to be like when you do?
I have no idea, but I'm really excited and I'm looking forward to it. They seem nice. They have kids of their own and they're adorable. They're super adorable. Show me so many pictures.
Do they know about you?
Yeah, they know about me.
I would invite you to kind of get to know that part of his life before you accept any engagements or pursue any part of the relationship that is more committed than where you're at right now. Because I think you're very, what's the word? You're very optimistic. And you're extremely optimistic. And I'm not trying to say that in a bad way. I think I wish I had more optimism in a lot of ways. But you're extremely optimistic, and it's partly because of the experiences you are accustomed to having at this stage of your life. But I would ask that you look at that optimism, with a fine-tooth comb to make sure it's coming from a genuine place, but not just from an impulsive point of view. Because, if you're looking at engagement rings before you meet someone's family, before you, had more than 2 months with them, there's a lot of life to live, despite the fact that the man is 63 years old. I'm just encouraging you to really get to know that person, taking your time, because you have an extreme amount of time left on this planet to do so. And I would advise that you do it well, but you don't have to take advice from me, because I'm not your man. I'm not your father. I'm just looking at it from somebody who I'm thoroughly enjoying the conversation with. And that's just the first thing that comes into my mind when I think of stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate the care.
No problem. Wait, can you give a quick tour of this place you're in, or the room, or?
Yeah, I can. Can I flip the camera? I don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Well, you can keep yourself on the camera.
So this is our little hallway.
This thing looks like the White House for those who are listening in.
We have a private pool.
I am dead.
We have big views.
Holy crap.
Here's the breakfast that the butler brought. Hi. I did bring my pressed over here. Hold on one second.
I'm dead. This is your
second.
You wanted to males, they don't have any openings here. But I called this place the Sugar Nail, a fashion show mall, and we can get you there and bring you back if you would like to do that.
Awesome, that would be perfect. Thank you.
So you want to do it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so then let me set up the transportation for. I did it for 1 o'clock.
Okay, thank you.
Is that good time?
Yeah, that's perfect.
1 o'clock. Okay, I'm gonna call them and confirm, and then I have a limo ready for you. Probably by 12:30, so you can have plenty of time.
Perfect. Thank you, love.
All right. So this is the place you're living in Las Vegas for the weekend or whatever. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what the sugar baby lifestyle looks like. To have
I'm not a sugar baby.
You're not a sugar baby, but those who are, they have a similar experience. Would you not say that?
We have hedges inside.
Hedges? What does that mean?
Hold on. A hedge, like a bush.
Okay.
We have a grass area.
That is amazing.
We have a room. I think it's so pretty.
That is amazing.
And we have this and these beautiful statues. This isn't the master bedroom. We have 2 bathtubs.
2 bathtubs in 1 bathroom?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
We have 2 showers in every bathroom. Black toilets with gold and bidets in all of them. Double showers. I love this room.
For those who are listening in, please log into the YouTube so you guys can see all this. You're running through a chateau.
Yeah.
What is this, fish tank? What am I looking at? Oh, that's the view?
Yeah. This is the tea room. I love the tea room. I think it's gorgeous.
Okay.
I am running through here. We have beautiful big bust.
This is a whole museum you're living in Vegas right now.
We have 2 hallways on each side of the pool. I'll show you. Actually, it's beautiful. Oh, it's heated, of course.
Heated, of course. Heated pool for the most luxurious of lifestyle.
It is, and I had to show you the hot tub in the bedroom.
Hot tub in the bedroom.
Hey, baby. We have a little workout room in here. I'm actually going to close that. It's a hot tub.
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom, yeah.
That is literally insane.
This is how I broke my nail this morning, opening this up. It's a little tea thing. Fireplace. Some trees. I don't know how to open these blinds.
I don't think you need to know how to do anything in there.
Yeah, gorgeous. Love the bathroom.
I don't think there's enough people staying.
Bathtub.
How many bedrooms is in there?
3.
All that
3?
space only has 3 bedrooms?
Yes.
That is insane.
Another bathroom, another walk-in closet, and then little vanity area. All the toilets are black, and I love it.
Right on.
Everything's just so pretty. This is where we're staying.
Is this the most lavish place you've ever stayed in, or have you stayed in better?
I think this is. I think this is the most lavish place I've ever stayed in. Wow. Definitely, one of my friends has a beautiful apartment right over Central Park in New York. It's like, it's huge. It's ridiculous. I can like run down the halls. It's like, it's huge. It's ridiculous.
Is it hers? Is it her man's? Is it like they bought it together?
No, it's a he. It's my, you might know the name. His name's Adam Weitzman. We're just friends.
Right on.
And he'll let me use his places and stuff.
Right. See,
he let me use it when I was filming that movie up there.
This is a very privileged lifestyle. I hope you know that.
It is a very privileged lifestyle, and that's why I'm so grateful for everything. And I'm like, it is privileged. I recognize it. And you should be.
Do you think your boyfriend would want to be introduced on this show?
Hey babe, do you want to be introduced on this show sometime? You want to come on the show sometime? Yeah. He said yeah.
How about right now?
He's in bed right now.
Oh, okay. Then we'll have to do like a part 2 at some point.
Part 2. We can do that.
What is the best way for people to reach you for, let's say, if you want to do some gigs or people to connect with you or any way, shape, or form?
Willow Barbie is my Instagram. So that's WILLOWBARBIE.
Okay.
So Willow W Barbie. We also have our TikTok that we have, and I think it's Cowboy and Angel on TikTok.
Okay. Cowboy and Angel. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeff Damisse. You can find me at j.damisse for Instagram. J_@DAMISSE for Twitter. for the Introspect Club podcast, it's Introspect_Club. That's on IG, Twitter, TikTok, you name it. We're on all platforms, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and so on and so forth. Make sure you guys check out everything. If you guys have any questions you want my guests to answer, please reach out to me, shoot me a DM, and we will get that answered. If you are an individual who live a very unique and interesting life or had very unique experiences that other people can learn from, reach out to me. I will get you on the show. Willow, this was a phenomenal conversation. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me on. I had fun and learned a lot.
About yourself.
Yeah.
And I hope you take full advantage of every blessing that you have and don't take it for granted.
I try not to.
All right. Until next time, love.
Until next time.
Bye.